I am Sarah.
And I'm David. Let's talk about Destination X Episode 8. It seems like we're in a different show now.
Well, this was like, we're doing a different format.
We're no more bus.
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
It was definitely a fun one-off episode, but I thought, why are we abandoning the whole point of the show?
I guess they ran out of notable places to go in Europe.
No, that's awful to think that way. We're going to talk all about it, but first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And support us on Patreon at patreon.com/nerdtainment.
If I were living on that bus, I'd be like, please.
I'd be like, let me out on this boat.
Thank you.
Yes.
I will take this day in Venice.
What is sort of special cinematic way to let them out of the bus? Like, it's really cool to be on those boats and riding through the sea and the canals and all of that stuff. Like, that's really special.
And of course there's a couple, so they're like, give the couple a gondola ride.
I was like, they're on that one and then the other three are on this one. It doesn't feel even, but okay, yes.
It was bizarre.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then they're just enjoying a spritz, as you do.
As you do.
And JDM shows up in a gondola. And they're like, oh, brother, this can't be good.
Oh, I loved the dramatic entrance, though.
Yeah. They're,
like, really trying to give us some of that Traitors energy.
Yes.
Not landing quite as well, but I appreciate the effort, for sure.
And, obviously, when JDM shows up, he's there for a reason. He's there to deliver some news or some twist or whatever. And he's like, y'all think you're having a nice little pit stop here in Venice, and you are.
You are.
But you're all still in danger. And basically, like, we're going to stay here. And you're going to be competing for power in the game. Yeah. And now you're going on a gondola ride.
Right. So he's like, no map room.
Yep.
No regular format of the show. But you guys are still going to compete. And someone is going home. He says, stay vigilant.
Stay vigilant.
And I'm like, because I'm just used to writing down all of the clues, thinking this is going to tell me where we are. But I was like, wait. That's not the point of the show right now.
Right.
Okay.
They send them on the gondola ride again.
Creepy.
3 and 2.
Creepy gondola ride.
A creepy gondola ride. And the teams are not even. There's 3 people, and there's 2.
Again, they're just keeping that couple together.
As they're trying to garner information from this creepy gondola ride. It's not the hardest thing ever, obviously, the way this pans out, but I'm like, you have an extra person on one of the gondolas who's kind of like, oh, there's a person.
That's true, but you don't actually want to point it out to everybody else. I think you want to keep it to yourself.
That's true. It is sort of an individual game. You're right.
It's an individual game.
Yeah.
They're looking for 10 masked figures.
Yep.
And you basically have to memorize the masks.
Yeah.
And
they've got like funny hats
and
like.
If you did see one off to the side, maybe you don't nudge everyone. But after it's all over, we basically learned that Shane and Allie are going to miss one.
Because they only know 9.
But once we start to really fully understand the game, it's not going to matter.
It's not. They do the ride. That was really the only significant part of the ride, is that Shane and Allie missed one of them. JDM then is explaining to us the complicated and long history of masquerade balls in Venice.
Okay.
Did you see that historical drawing of a masquerade ball where they had the Destination X goggles on one of the characters in the drawing?
Oh gosh, no.
Acting as though Destination X goggles were a masquerade mask.
We're part of the history.
The
rich history.
The rich history.
With the Destination X goggles. I missed that.
I was like, okay, that's a nice little Easter egg.
Uh-huh.
But now, I mean, this whole thing was a little, like,
well,
it was all a little bit of a stretch for me.
We now have 20 masked figures come out.
Yes.
And our contestants lined up, and we're going to go down the line, and you're going to pick someone. Basically, you got to pick the correct people, but we've now mixed in extras that are similar, but not correct.
Right, there's different colors, different shapes, etc.
And they're going to go down the line.
And they're going to do a snake draft.
What did it make you think of? Personally made me think of a Nerdtainment draft.
Yeah. I was like, he was like, somebody's been watching Nerdtainment.
Clearly.
Because we're the originators of the snake draft, 100%. After all.
We started that for sure. They were like, and now we go back up.
To keep things fair.
Yeah. I was like, cool, Jeffrey. But even though they kind of edited it to be like, I don't know, was it this one or that one? Everyone's going to get it right.
And the thing is, like, Shane and Allie nobody needed to catch all of the masqueraded people, because Shane and Allie didn't get, like, number 4.
Yeah.
Well, Peter, Rick, and Biggie did. So somebody else picks number 4. You just need to remember 4 of the 10 and, have nobody else pick those 4. So the fact that they missed 1 is really not that much of a disadvantage.
Nope.
And it comes down to Biggie in the end anyway. And there's kind of a moment where Biggie's like, oh.
Yeah, he genuinely seems like he doesn't know.
Yeah. And so then Jeffrey Dean Morgan is like, well, we're going to actually reveal yours last, because it seems like you're the least certain. Everybody else seems fine.
Knew what they were doing.
And obviously the producers knew that everybody got them right.
I don't know if the producers are like, dang it. Once again, they all, like, is it too easy, or are they really good? Like, if I were producing the show, I feel like we would be having a lot of
I think we'd have a post-mortem of, like, okay, so this was clearly too easy.
How did they get all of this
We won 1 wrong at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all it comes down to is they get a dagger for each one right. So they start with 1 dagger, you get 2 right, you're going to end up with 3 daggers, which is what happens. But even if someone only got 2 daggers, it's not going to be the end of the world either as we move forward through this game. But everyone is going to now have 3 daggers.
Then I hate to harp on the producing of this, but then they all go and they put, like, a masquerade version of the Destination X goggles on, where they're totally blinded. And they're basically casting votes now with their daggers. You could place 3 on 1 person.
I have issues with the production of this.
Okay. You give one. Let's ping pong notes.
Okay.
You give one of your notes first.
Producers, join our postmortem here. Okay, first off, like you said, they are blindfolded.
Yeah.
In their gorgeous
they're dressed very nicely, yes.
They have lovely jackets and a dress on.
Yeah.
So they look great. Loving this. We're all around a table, but we are close quarters around this table. So what the heck does a blindfold have for me when I feel this person step up?
I feel a whoosh of air. I hear, because Allie, I did notice, is barefoot.
Oh.
So she's not click-clacking in her high heels, but, like, Peter or somebody had, like, nice dress shoes on. Those make a noise when you're stepping on a stone thing. So I had this, I'm like, the blindfold is not the only thing. We need earplugs. We need them in an isolation booth. Like, you can tell who's voting.
Stepped back.
Yeah.
Because not only are we this close to each other, but when I step up to the table, you can feel me walk in front of you.
Yeah.
So it's not that hard to figure out. I know someone from my left just did that.
Yeah.
And then, note number 2, it's my turn, so I take my blindfolds off, and I see, okay, I know the guy on my left just did, and I see the dagger here on my name. How hard is it to figure out who put a dagger
Exactly.
where?
And I hope that they did something off camera in the determination of the order that people voted that was not just Jeffrey D. Morgan choosing who to touch shoulder. Because I think Allie was at a slight disadvantage having to go first.
Yes.
Because I think her math would have changed if she had gone last.
Of course.
So I hope they, like, drew names out of a hat or something off camera to make it a little more random than Jeffrey Dean Morgan just deciding, like, I'm going to make Allie go first.
I'm sure that they tried to make it random, but absolutely, the people who went later have an absolute advantage.
Yeah.
Allie's going to put what she wants where, but when you see that 3 are on that person or 2 on this person, you now change your mind.
Like, why do the votes have to be public? Why can't they...
No.
Aside from the fact that dropping daggers inside of a box would make a loud clunking noise, like, why can't it be a secret ballot, to make it a little more...
I assumed when JDM was explaining, and I see we're in front of a table, I assumed, here's how I'd produce it. You went first, you put your daggers here, producer scoops them up.
Clear the daggers.
Yes, just clear the table. I have a clipboard saying who got 1. We've cleared the daggers. Now it's my turn. Eyes up. Put my daggers down. clear the table. Like, it's not that hard.
No.
Why?
But it was interesting the way it all panned out, because there wasn't a lot of, like, we're all going to load him up on Rick or whatever. Like,
well,
Rick,
each person had a
did
different, right?
Yeah, each person had a different sort of target. Rick does end up with the most votes, but, like, it's clearly, like, faulty producing, because they were supposed to end up with the 3 with the most votes. They ended up with Rick at 4, and then 3 people had 3. So they had to do a whole tiebreaker situation. Well, they had to let Biggie save someone. We've been saying it all along. Biggie is...
He's the safest...
The safest person in the game.
The most well-positioned person in
I thought for
game.
sure they were going to take this moment to be like, here's our chance to take a shot at Biggie.
Okay, first off, we jumped to this because we got excited about production.
Okay, sorry.
Because we should say that after that late night of, like, collecting daggers, the next morning, for some reason, Rick and Peter are having Aperol spritz in the morning, and Allie and Shane are on a stroll, and then Biggie joins the dudes later.
Where was he?
This was all so...
Was he off filming confessionals
exactly.
or something?
I was like, where... My first note was, where was Biggie? But then he joins them late.
Yeah.
But it gives Rick and Peter a time to be like, we want to bring Biggie in. We want to break up the couple.
Yeah.
We want to bring Biggie in. And then that is when we sit down and see those 3 guys express that.
Yeah.
And so later when we're putting out daggers, we realize that they did get into Biggie's head a little bit. Yeah,
and that is a strategy that we are going to see them execute on with this whole situation. But it doesn't, like, if they're really that motivated to, like, break up the couple, you'd think they'd want to guarantee that both of them make it into this Garden of Lost Souls, right?
What are you saying? Yeah, what are you saying?
But they didn't load up the daggers on both Shane and Allie. Like, they ended up in a situation where Peter had just as many daggers as Shane and Allie. And so Biggie was sort of left to choose somebody. Like, I just think they should have thought about the math a little bit more. Yeah.
So, the blindfolded part does help in that regards. I do want to say happy birthday to Ellen, one of our
happy birthday, Ellen.
Patrons.
Yes.
And thank you. Everyone seems to love my shirt.
It's a good shirt.
It's
a good shirt.
But okay, so because they go individually, everyone has a little different strategy. We're going to see them. I have Allie's got 2 on Rick, 1 on Peter.
Yeah.
Peter's going to put 1 on Allie, 2 on Biggie.
Really?
Yes. What's that about?
Those are the only 2 that Biggie gets?
Yes. Rick puts 1 on Allie, 2 on Shane.
Yeah.
Biggie's going to put 1 on Peter, 1 on Allie, 1 on Shane, which is questionable because that just seems like a confused person.
Also, Biggie putting 1 on Shane and then saving Shane? Like, what gives?
Right. He didn't put 1 on Rick? Choose. Yeah. Allie or Shane. If Shane's your dude, don't put 1 on Shane. Like, why did you potentially risk losing Shane?
Yeah.
And then Shane's going to put 1 on Peter, 2 on Rick, which you would think.
Yeah, Shane hates Rick.
So then we get to the tie, like you already mentioned, and so Biggie, being the safest of the safes, gets to choose, and he's going to save his boy.
I think he's saving his boy because his boy is the least competition for him.
Okay, fair. Great strategy. Now, I do know that they aligned very early on and, like, pledged their loyalty.
I don't know that it's all about the loyalty, though.
But that is just the smartest play.
Yeah.
Shane ain't going to be competition to you.
No.
Very smart to keep Shane. Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's Rick, Peter, and Allie who are now going to the Garden of Lost Souls.
The Garden of Lost Souls with a tarot card.
Yes. We saw, as Sarah pointed out, that Rick and Peter are united in getting rid of the couple. So they are, it's not surprising that we see them work together to eliminate Allie.
Of course.
I kind of liked this challenge.
I loved this challenge. Again, I loved all of this, honestly. It just was like a different show.
This one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like the daggers. I didn't like the masquerade gondola ride. I'm just like, it wasn't hard enough. This is hard. This card game.
Yeah, this is a hard card game. I liked the gondola ride trying to memorize. I mean, that's a fun challenge.
I like the concept. I just don't think they didn't make it hard enough.
It could have been harder.
Yeah.
For sure. But I enjoyed the whole episode if it were a different show. Not Destination X.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is great. We've got cards upside down.
Yeah.
with like
phrases, hints at locations.
Clues to locations, and one of them is the furthest away. And we have to just not pick that. When I first looked at the clues, I was like, oh, good Lord, no.
I was like, I am completely in the dark. Yeah. I don't know what any of these mean, because I think they like highlighted ones like the urinating baby or the raven's nest or something. Like they really highlighted the really hard ones when they were sort of glossing over at first, but then like the tilting tower, that's the leaning tower of Pisa, and that's in Italy, and that's going to be a close one.
Yeah, once you hear like Peter be like the tilting tower, I think that's, and I was like, oh yeah,
the papal city. It's like, okay, that's Vatican City.
Yeah, I was like, okay, there are some that are obvious.
Yeah. But then some, like the Eternal City, I didn't know that that's what they call Rome.
No.
That was one of the latest ones picked, and it was like one of the closest. So.
And in Paris, like once they started doing things around Paris, which I was like, okay, I do understand that those are Paris, but I thought Paris was far.
Same.
So I was like, oh, that's dangerous.
Because then you're doing the calculation of like, okay, Jeffrey Dean Morgan has told us that the furthest one is 1,300 miles. So now I'm trying to do quick math in my head of like...
I don't know what's 1,300 miles from anything. What does that mean? Could you say Paris is less than 1,300 miles from Venice? Seriously?
I don't think I could.
No.
I think I probably would guess that it is, but...
I got nervous when they were like Paris. I was like, wait, Paris is close?
It feels far. It's in a whole ass other country.
It's like, up there.
Yeah. But at Paris is like, I think it was somewhere around 700 miles or something, it seemed, because they revealed the
I will say that when we're getting down to the end here, and I saw the Emerald Isle.
Yep.
And the Raven Tower.
Yeah.
I did know exactly what those two were.
You knew Raven Tower.
If you've ever been to London,
I have.
The Tower of London.
Didn't know that.
Ravens live there. It is a huge part of the Tower of London. Okay. They have pet ravens that live there.
Got
it. The
guards.
Yeah, but what's their names?
Beef eaters?
Yeah, the beef eaters. They are in charge of the ravens. So I did know those two, and if you're down to those two, I obviously know Ireland is further.
Yeah, but that's like... Yes, but like Ireland and England are right next to each other.
That's true.
So it is like, I think we're probably down to the two furthest at that point. They were sort of going in a circle at first. Like, Allie picked Peter picked Rick picked Allie, and they just kind of went in that rhythm for a while before this moment where they're down to 2, and Rick is saying, Peter, please pick me, so that Allie doesn't get to decide who goes home. Because if she picks right at final 2, then we know that the last card is the death card, essentially, and she's going to choose which of us to send home. So, like, give me the opportunity to eliminate her.
Right. Which makes sense, but obviously he can't say that to his buddy Peter out loud.
Yeah.
But luckily Peter is going to figure it out. Yeah. That obviously give Rick is very smart, obviously give Rick the chance, assuming he does know it, but then we find out he doesn't know it 100%, which I was surprised about.
Yeah.
But he is going to make a somewhat educated guess there.
Well, and Peter, I think, is a little bold to be like saying out loud in front of Allie why he's doing this. I'm choosing Rick because I have an alliance with him. If it had gone the other way, I think it just is a little fodder for Allie to bring back to be like, oh yeah, Rick went home, and just so you guys know, Peter and Rick were working together.
Yeah. I mean, luckily we have found out that they were all very aware that Peter and Rick were working together.
It's pretty obvious.
You're right. If they didn't know, you're risking that, but you assume she's going to go home, so you're like, cards on the table.
Cares? Yeah.
Here's the truth.
Yeah.
So Rick is gonna make the right choice, leaving the Emerald Isle for Allie, who obviously knows it is incorrect.
Yeah.
And so she is gonna be leaving
on a gondola.
Actually, I thought this exit was lovely.
Me too, but she did not get to say goodbye to Shane.
They already hugged. Jeffrey was like, she may not come back, so
also,
hug it out, and they did. They're fine.
And there's no future for Allie and Shane.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But they're fine. fine, whatever. She was all like, I don't want to go out this way. And I was like, I'd love to go out this way.
Yeah.
The creepy, like, death mask guy.
Gorgeous.
And the gondola ride out. Yeah. I'd be like, yes.
Yeah. Right.
I'm done. But so she is gone.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they do a nice little dramatic, like, reveal for the dudes at the end.
Yeah, Rick comes back first, and then Peter comes back, and Shane is obviously disappointed, and
Shane
Peter knows he's disappointed.
Like he's disappointed.
Yeah, right. 4 men, though, at the end here. I think it's because they knew they had to get those ladies out. Those ladies were too
They were too smart. They were too smart. Especially Mac. Mac had to go. That was too smart.
Yep.
Question, though, before we go any further. How do you feel about Biggie basically choosing Peter and Rick over Shane and Allie?
How do you mean?
Well, he put his daggers to make sure that Shane and Allie were up for elimination. So he chose. So whenever that's the three of them talked
I thought Biggie put one on Peter, you had in your notes.
Biggie put one on Peter, one on Allie, one on Shane. He didn't put any on Rick.
Yeah.
He chose to put one on Shane and Allie.
Yeah.
So he clearly said, I want to break up the power duo.
Yeah.
So he's going to keep his boy Shane.
Yeah.
So it looks to me like he was totally fine with Allie going.
Yeah.
Didn't want Rick to possibly go. He didn't put a dagger on Rick.
Yeah. I think it's like a smart move because he is, I think, pretty clearly indicating that Shane is his number one. I think he wants to be in the finale with Shane. And I think he's trying to guarantee himself that Shane would pick him if it comes down to a decision like that. And Allie's out of the picture now. So I think it's a good way for him to set himself up.
So I think there's nothing wrong with breaking up a power duo, especially if your number one is part of that power duo. Mm-hmm. Absolutely break them up. I'm totally fine with him taking Allie out at this point, but it does leave Rick and Peter together.
And they're a pretty,
and
they're kind of a power duo
as well.
Yeah, they are.
So you're kind of screwed because you got two duos. They both need to be broken up, and obviously you can only break up one. Yeah. So I think it's fine either way for Biggie, but it probably would have been better for Biggie to keep in Shane and Allie. Only because I don't know that Shane and Allie are as strong of a duo as Peter and Rick.
Agreed. I don't really know how the finale is going to play out, though. Like, are they going back on the bus?
I hope so. That's the whole point of the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so we see that Allie leaves. We see Shane figure it out. And then they're going to see the future card. Did you see this?
Yes. Well, the thing that JDM shows Peter and Rick.
Yeah.
It's like a golden anchor card. So, what does that mean?
Yeah, they were like seaport something. And I'm like, sure. I mean, we've been talking about Portugal and Spain.
Yeah.
Any of that could have an anchor.
Yep.
It definitely makes me think they're not going inland.
Right. Somewhere on the ocean or the sea.
So I think we only have 2 episodes left.
There's 2 left?
4 people.
Oh, yeah, this is 8, so there's probably 9, 10 left.
I thought there were 10 episodes.
So then they eliminate one more, and then it's a final 3.
Let's see if anybody has responded to me and did ask this question.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. 10 episodes for a season.
I think it's 10 episodes, so I think we have 2 more. I think one more person leaves, and then I assume we have a final 3, in which case some sort of finale happens.
Yeah. I want them to go back on the bus. Is that just me?
No, they have to go back on the bus. It's called Destination X on a bus. Right?
I don't think it's called that, but that's the format. I'm just looking at listings here to see
please check my exit interview with Allie. I really enjoyed talking to her. She revealed a lot. Then after my interview with Allie, she revealed even more.
Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. Just to confirm.
You know.
First season finale is July 29th, so we have 2 more episodes.
2 more episodes.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yes, Allie did reveal even more. As did Mac.
Allie and Mac are a couple.
Mac revealed a lot, actually. Mac came out.
Yeah, Mac apparently just realized that she was into girls.
I think we might have outed her on our stream.
We were like...
I just assumed.
Biggie was like, I want to take out Mac. And we were like, she's not.
She's not. You're barking up the wrong tree,
she's not coming for you, Biggie. And then we were like, well, we don't know for 100%. But we were guessing.
We were pretty sure.
But apparently we jumped the gun on
that.
Because Mac was still figuring it out herself.
I think she had figured it out by then, but she had not announced it because Allie was still on the show.
Yes, right. They waited.
In a showmance with Shane.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They had to wait for that to all clear out. But apparently this is a new revelation for both of them.
Yeah.
And it was after the show because they both had said, honestly, we didn't like each other on the bus.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Well, remember episode 1, Mac was like, she's the dumbest person here.
Well, apparently she didn't mean it that way. But yes, that's what
How did she mean it?
She said that was a pre-interview about her game overall. That I want to find.
To seem like
she said I wanted to just find someone dumb, but I couldn't actually find anyone dumb. Is what she said to me. It sounded pretty politically correct the way you phrased that. So now that we know they're dating, who knows what she actually meant? But yes, happy for them that they after the show found each other. And they have expressed their love for each other and came out together.
Very cute pictures on their little carousel on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Check it out.
Yeah, both of them did separate posts, so check that out. And especially Max explains her journey with figuring out who she was.
Yeah.
And also before that coming out was clear, what Allie said to me about Shane was that they did try it for a couple months, but that they were in 2 different states and it wasn't working out.
So are she and Mac in the same state?
They were. They were both in Austin, Texas.
Wow.
Not just the same state, the same city.
Wow.
And so they were able to become closer and closer.
Very cool.
The way Allie explained it to me was, she was like, Shane and I tried it for a couple months, but he's in a different state, and I was figuring things out for myself. Now I understand what that meant.
That is.
Figuring things out for themselves. Mm-hmm, so, yes, excited for them. Happy that worked out. And they do follow them on social. They do some traveling and posting and do some fun stuff there. So happy for them. But here we are with our final 4 dudes.
Final 4 dudes. Peter the pilot, still in it. And who would you be your pick to win? I honestly couldn't. I don't know if I can pick between Biggie, Peter, and Rick. I think all 3 have an equal shot to win in my mind. Maybe I would pick Rick.
Let me say this. Biggie and Rick, if either one of them wins, I am like, absolutely, you deserve it.
Yeah.
I think Rick is so smart. He has figured out so much.
Yeah.
And I think Biggie is smart, but he also socially just put himself in the best position.
Yes.
I think the 2 of them absolutely deserve this show. So either one.
Go on.
Peter could win, but I don't think it is a valid win.
Peter said something at the end of this episode of wow, here we are at the finale and the journey it took to get here. And I'm like, well, you actually came in at the end of episode 3, I think.
I feel bad.
You missed the whole first swing of Italy.
You did.
You came in France.
I feel bad because Peter is playing the game.
He is, and he's clearly well researched.
He had to make some decisions, and he aligned with Rick, which was really smart.
Really smart.
And he got rid of Mac, which was really smart. So I hate to take things away from Peter, but there is just a little something about him coming in late and relying on Rick, because I do think Rick pulled him a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think that Peter could win, but I feel like it would be Rick or Biggie over Peter. And I'm so sorry that we haven't mentioned you at all, Shane.
Yeah.
Shane's so pretty.
He might win.
He could. He could win.
He's still in it.
He is still in it. And you know what? He has done a couple things. So there we'll that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that, next week, maybe there's a map room.
There better be a map room next, right, guys? We need the map room back, right? That's not just us. What do you guys think? What do you guys want?
Yes, I know. I'm curious to see what you guys think about how.
I mean, we don't even know how this end game's gonna go.
That's what I'm thinking about. I'm I assume next week there's one more map room, but then with final 3, how do you do it? I do feel like they generally mix up formats for the finale and do something special, and it's not just going to be another we're on the bus and we're doing some challenges and then there's a map room. Maybe there's going to be some sort of season-long quiz a la Amazing Race, you know, where it's like pulling on the knowledge that we've done all along.
Oh, that would be very fun. I like that.
Yeah.
I will also say, I do think that Allie accidentally gave a couple spoilers.
In your interview?
In the interview.
Did you publish them?
It's all out there because I think it was accidental. So you would have to figure it out. I'm not going to say it because it could be a spoiler.
I have to watch it again.
But if you guys watch it and have pieced together things that other people said in my other interviews, you can figure out who's going next. I think she accidentally revealed it. But I'm not making a big deal about it. I'm just saying, if you can figure it out.
Yeah, another one. The game within the game.
The game within the game. I think she revealed a couple things.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I think a little something different, but yeah, one more map room, and then something along the lines of like, where are you? Or where have you been the whole time, like you're saying. Something like that.
Right.
Yeah. All right, you guys, thank you so much. So we will all be back normal time next week, I do believe.
Yes.
Thank you to everyone that was here live in the chat. Appreciate it.
Yes, and if you are joining us later, leave us a comment and give us your predictions for the end game, sort of like what you would want to see challenge-wise in these last 2 episodes, and who do you want to win, and why.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. All right, we'll see you next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.